Sneer at our contentment.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Preserve set progress. Sustain the system.
Remember those rejected craft materials that got shipped here? The protectorate officer, who was low on supplies, said it was imitation crapple meat. She means to pass them off as official rations. Imagine all those whole heads wolfing down failed Auntie's choice.
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Consul.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
And I know just how to stop him. Get me close and I'll make it quick.
Fortunately, the Providence is not equipped with exterior weaponry. If you can reach the ship, you should find no obstacles to boarding it. This unit urges moving quickly. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent destruction of the colony.
I'm along for the ride if you'll have me. I want a front seat view of this rift.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck. Alert. Failure to match nearby hostiles to known Protectorate biological signatures.
That's the Sovereign's ship, all right. The Consul must be close.
To assist. Maintaining your speed.
Ready to spread the truth! Enemy coming! Should be able to sort this out with the rift modulator. experiencing severe blastophoria. I, for one, am glad we chose not to die via plasma exposure. Definitely not a pleasant way to go.
Error. These troopers do not.
I love a good killing spree! Enemies descried. It's killing time.
Promoting teammates. Enemy in evisceration.
End exposure.
Fortifying teammates.
Exposure. Underrated. Functioning.
A voice match has been found for Agent Pascal. However, Agent Pascal is dead. This unit.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Best be delicate with this one, Commander. She's in a sorry state. And I should know.
Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Oh, what's happening to me? My skin. It's burning. I feel dizzy. Not right at all. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Oh, I had to kill them. How do I know you won't turn against me as well? How do I know you won't come at me with murder in your eyes? I know what this is. You want me to lose my nerve. Give you the opening to kill me. No. It won't end like this.
Sharpen up. Lots out.
I'm sorry you had to put your former compatriot down, but at least it ended her suffering.
The death of Agent Pascal meets all necessary requirements to be determined a mercy killing. Well done, Commander. You spared Agent Pascal suffering and torment.
Short-range rover
Has emerged from the Providence, Commander. Destination, Horizon Point. Intention, unknown. A short-range rover has emerged from the Providence, Commander. Destination, Horizon Point. Intention, unknown. The rift has reconstituted more enemies. Engagement imminent. Indicated.
scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Consul. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to complete the chamber. To professional acclaim. Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity. Bernard Rand, the man who marched fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
So, we need an equation to clear the plasma interaction with the rift. Science to the rescue. I think these calculations may actually make sense. Or I'm completely misinterpreting. Equation solved. Please input this equation in the Skip Lab terminal at your earliest convenience. Property of the Earth Directorate.
Please proceed to Rift 2 to locate the Rift modulator. Dispensing light crystal.
Console provides
Down through attrition, Commander. Must be unaware that we're happy to kill anything they throw at us.
Attention.
What, we need access credentials now? Enough of this. Let's just start killing. Far simpler. That rift modulator's gotta be somewhere around here. Fools out of perfection to experiment on them? I'm going to flay the skin from those cretins for this.
The scientist's belongings, including any items or in
That modulator is a bit too large for us to be absconding with it, Commander.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, After much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Mayhem, murder, dismemberment. We got the schematics.
Rifts are caused by skip drive.
What are they doing in here? We can concern ourselves with that. First, let's find the hiding.
Reminder. The only way to shut down the Rift modulator is by dealing with the console. Convincing the console to stand down may be possible through a series of deft verbal maneuvers, though it is unlikely.
Don't know what you're planning when we get in there, but you say the word, I'll gut him or die trying. Or, I guess, you can try talking to him. And then I'll kill him.
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
One thing is certain. Your gray matter is too lacking for you to wield this much power. Just say the word, Commander. I've been dying to stick a knife in this fool for as long as I can remember.
My dear, you're about to witness what every other member of the Dawn could only dream of. For I will save Arcadia, and rid it forever of trespassers like your little friend here. Do not place his decision at my feet. I know it's difficult for the likes of you to fathom the concept of self-sacrifice, but he chose mental refreshment for the good of us all. And what am I to do but carry on his legacy? What am I to do but achieve what he could not? I'll only be killing a select number permanently. The worthy, however, will be resurrected and reformed so they may reach their full potential. Open your mind, Commander. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal. Indeed. Rarely are there enough measures to keep the most tenacious of sprats from gnawing their way in. I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously caused our Vox relay to crash into Fairfield. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his in turn, even if he's not here to bask in it. Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
So that rift expansion was not a coincidence. It was a demonstration. A rift turned weapon.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. It's only a crime in your estimation. When one clinches a decisive victory, who among the living would dare complain about the methodology? Using the very rift modulator on this ship, we will destroy Arcadia and edit the information stored within the resulting rift, all to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose. And the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the Matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended.
What he's saying makes sense. It's just illogical and nonsensical and just plain stupid.
You passed judgment without having a modicum of understanding. Years ago, the matriarch discovered a crashed ship deep in the Earth, and in it, the first skip drive known to humanity. She dissected this tech, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse. And, well, that eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed. It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner seeing it carried out. So you say, but you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
Your science is 100 kinds of wrong. Worse, you willfully misinterpret what the data says about the rifts.
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia and will not be spoken to like this. I am only doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us. A Raptidon does not believe a breadworm capable of defeating him, but he's interested to see it try. So try. And what is your definition of wrong? Have you anything substantial to back such a claim? I see. Well, the man was always a cynic. I find that attitude can skew results even more than a thumb on the scale might. One data point means little. The Protectorate was clearly meant to harness this power. Nothing you claim can disprove everything that points to this reality. And now you came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but indeed.
Blood shall be shed. Sorry, Commander. We should get to the helm. Are you seeing this, Commander? The rift is too far gone and the modulator won't work from this distance. That means flying inside.
An Earth Directorate agent always has choices, including, but not limited to, extrajudicial killing.
This is what my whole life has been leading to. If anyone's flying into that rift, it's going to be me.
Detecting unexpected levels of excitement. Congratulations on your imminent death, Agent Leitinger.
If only there was someone here who would gladly do this willingly and who wouldn't see it as a sacrifice at all.
Reminder, self-destructing is not permitted by this unit's programming. Addendum. Tampering with this protocol will result in your Valerie unit shutting down.
Why would you even think to send an automechanical to do this? There's no guarantee she would be able to function properly being so close to the rift herself.
It has been an honor serving with you, Commander. Please submit any feedback on your Valerie unit's performance before sacrificing yourself to the void. You may entrust the preservation of the schematics to this unit, Commander. Combined with the processed Rift data, these schematics will make mass production of modulators that can be operated from a safe distance possible. Acknowledged. Preserving the schematics for the following purpose: saving humanity. Good luck with your imminent death, Commander.
So, in the end, the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Vigilant Hogarth was declared a traitor to the Protectorate, along with most other Westport townsfolk. They were judged according to the paradigm, then sentenced to be executed until dead, forever tied to the city they could not protect. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Having died at the peace talks, Augustine DeVries' treachery was never known to the Earth Directorate. She is forever remembered as the star agent who tragically went missing during her mission. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. After leaving the Earth Directorate team, Niles joined up with his old friend Zebulon Tran. Yet their troubled history repeated itself. The duo butted heads again about the best course of action to help Arcadia. Their incompatibility led to mistakes in the field, and Zebulon was killed in action. Niles blamed himself and disappeared without a trace a short time later. Because of her commander's refusal to help with her graft, Inez's health rapidly declined. Even as she tried to make a name for herself on her own, she died of sepsis during her solo travels in Arcadia. Tristan never uncovered who actually killed the Supreme Arbiter, a failing that chipped away at his ability to arbitrate. His once promising calling eventually ended with him stripped of rank, programming menial automechanicals somewhere deep within the husk of Protectorate society. Ever logical and distant from others, Marisol embraced violence as her solution to eliminate random variables from the equation. Unsurprisingly, she was invited to few social functions. After Marisol left the commander's crew, rumors swirled that she began running operations on her own. She spent her days obsessing over unfinished business, eventually passing away in her sleep, alone. Asa finally achieved her dream of dying in a rift. All it took was a daring and blood-soaked heist of a modulator to create a rift that she then summarily leapt into. Thus, Asa remained a fanatical member of the Glorious Dawn, spreading the truth of the rifts to her final agonized breath. Forced to think for themselves after a lifetime of luxurious certainty, Protectorate hardliners banded together to preserve their society. Without the Order or the corporatists controlling Arcadia, they had a real chance at making a comeback. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. With unfettered access to skip drives and beholden to no one, the Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. Meanwhile, the Earth Directorate controlled Arcadia with little trouble for a time, successfully rebranding it as a society free of corporate or government overreach. Yet, as the years passed, the Arcadians saw fewer and fewer differences between the Earth Directorate and their previous overlords. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia. Its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, an arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
you